There have been a lot of Budgies photos circulating the internet. Some are really rare mutations, while others are simply photoshopped. In this video of MythBuster series, we will have a look at each photo and see if it's real and rare, or is it just simply a big fat lie. Let's start with the most ridiculous one, and I say ridiculous because they didn't even spend any time on photoshopping this image. The more I zoom into the image, the clearer the lines appear, and the best part about this one, for some reason, they even photoshopped the seer and also made the worst job I've ever seen. So let's stop talking about this one and move on before my head explodes.
Denied.
Next picture. While I don't have any problem with the Budgie on the left, it actually has the yellow face mutation, which is a very beautiful mutation, and we did cover it in details in the yellow and golden face mutations video. I'll keep a link for that video in the description if you would like to learn everything about that mutation. But my problem lies with the right Budgie. Not only this color doesn't exist among Budgies, but the one who photoshopped this image doesn't have a clue about how Budgie genetics work. And he accidentally added that pinkish color on the wings and the tail. And if you are still not sure, maybe this color exists, well, we know this mutation isn't any of the pied mutations or opaline mutation. The wing cannot have the body color. It should only have white, which is the base color of the Budgie.
Denied.
Next. What do you think? Is it real or fake? Well, there is a good news and bad news. The good news is this mutation is real and it is called Blackface. It first appeared in the 90s in the Netherlands, where they have been seen by a breeder that purchased them and managed to reproduce this mutation when he bred them to have a small flock of Blackface Budgies. Now, for the bad news, as far as the story goes, he was greedy and didn't share or sell any of this new emerged mutation to any other breeders. They all kept together. So, when a disease struck and spread, it killed them all. Hopefully, someone will breed it again and won't be as greedy, so we can have this mutation back. If you ever spotted one or have one, I would really love it if you could share it with me so we can learn more about this mutation. Next. Now I would say if this photo is fake, the one who made it really took his time to make it real. You can even see white feathers popping out here and there. Oops, apparently this one doesn't have any idea about Budgies. That he or she painted the seer purple. While Budgies could have a pinkish purple seer as we always say, but in no way it is that dark. Furthermore, in this mutation, males get deep blue seer, and females get tan blue or brown seer. Now you might be wondering, what if this Budgie is young Budgie? Don't they have purple seers? Well, we can obviously see that this Budgie isn't young, because it doesn't have bars on the forehead, and it is actually more than 10 months old, as you can clearly see the iris ring. If you aren't sure what I'm talking about, I do have a dedicated video about Budgie's age and how to estimate its age, so I'll keep a link in the description in case you want to check it out after this video.
Denied.
Next. Now this one what I call a good Photoshop. Look at the seer, this is the purple seer we are talking about. That's what it looks like in real life, unlike the previous picture. However, with that being said, why am I saying this is fake? We do know from the documentary about Budgie's colors that they do have a violet gene that gives the bird violet color. However, it's still not this violet. Here's a picture to have as a reference of what violet looks in Budgies. not this violet. Unfortunately, this one is fake too.
Denied.
Next one. This is a real rare mutation and it is called Chimera. When cells from twins fuse into one chimeric individual, both populations of cells retain their individual characteristics. We did cover it in full details in another video. I will keep a link in the description in case you want to know more about this mutation. Next photo. Okay, it is obviously fake due to the pink beak and apparently they painted the cere green as well, I don't know why. But that's not what I'm interested in. What if this budgie has normal beak and cere? Is it still fake or could it be real? You might be looking at it right now and thinking to yourself, there's something wrong with this budgie's colors, but what is it? Well, as you know, there are blue budgies with yellow faces due to the yellow face mutation. However, green budgies always have yellow face. They never have white face. If you are wondering why, well, the short answer is the yellow pigmentation is the one that makes your budgie appears green. Without it, all budgies are blue. If you want to learn more about this, or if it interests you at all, what is the mechanic and how it actually works, I do have a full documentary about budgie's colors, how and why and everything in details, and I do encourage you to watch the documentary if you haven't watched it yet. I'll keep a link in the description if you want to watch it after this video.
Denied.
And finally, what about this one? It is fake for two reasons. First, I did find the same budgie, same pose, same shadow, same everything with different color. But this is still not scientific enough. So why is it fake? Well, the second unscientific reason is that when you see a budgie with only one color, it's always either white or yellow. Because if the budgie only has one color, it has to be its base color. So that's why when you see Inno budgie or double factor spangle budgie or dark-eyed clears, they all come either white or yellow. Assuming of course they don't have any of the yellow face mutations. So you would never see a full green budgie or full blue budgie. There will always be a yellow feathers in the green budgie or white feathers in the blue budgie, at least the face.
Denied.
And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this episode of MythBuster. Learned something new while having some fun. For more about budgies, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to get notified when the next video is up.